I think at the time we were a little surprised that people not only took the tools for modding games to create new game experiences, but they also took the games and used them as a kind of puppet theater to create films.
By using similar desktop computer tools used to mod games, players also became filmmakers, turning popular video games into animated short stories called machinima.
No, Tucker, you can't hold my sniper rifle until tomorrow.
Machinima, I guess, would be storytelling using a video game or a pre-rendered environment to tell your story. So instead of, picking up a camera and going out and shooting something live action, you can use a video game which already has character models, physics, lighting, and everything you need to shoot what the story you want to tell.
Basically what we do is we take a fun interactive medium like video games and then take out all the fun interactive stuff and just make it a narrative. It started back with Doom in the late 90s and Quake, where the creators of Quake decided to put in a gameplay feature where you could record your game so that other people could watch you complete a level quickly, or how you killed the monsters or whatever. Machinima started as a way to kind of brag to other people about how great you were at a game. Kind of like a high score, but a little cooler.
Without any computer programming experience, Bernie Burns and his friends Gus Cirola and Jeff Ramsey made a little movie out of a big video game, Halo.
Hey, they stopped firing.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know.
And why don't you give me a mic check?
Burns and his buddies made their films from the comfort of his spare bedroom in Austin, Texas.
Well, I was a failed independent filmmaker. I had a tech job in Austin, and I really wanted a way to continue to write and produce on a regular basis to kind of stay sharp and exercise those skills. And so, not knowing anybody talented, all I knew was Gus and Jeff, I thought, how can I write and still produce something with these, complete losers? And so I thought, well, hey, we all play video games. We could probably use a video game to animate some of these stories that we do and just do funny little skits.
There's no way he survived that.
Turning the soldiers from Halo into film stars was easy.
How's that?
Who went on to say?
All right, yeah, it's good. And then I can filter it through a very secret process so that it sounds more like he's talking over a helmet mic.
There's no way he survived that. There's no way he survived that.
Hey, that's movie-making magic right there.
However, serving their demanding audience was difficult.
In the first week, we had probably, 1,000 hits a day, 2,000 hits a day. And then within 2 weeks, we were up to about 500,000 people coming to the site, every day. I don't think we were ready for the popularity right off the bat. Our server basically just completely fell apart. So within 1 month, we went from literally a server, just a computer in the corner of my bedroom, to 4 different servers in 3 different cities around the nation trying to serve this stuff out.
Burns and his team wanted to distribute Red vs. Blue to anyone who wanted to see it. Anyone, that is, except for Microsoft and Bungie, the publishers of Halo.
Hey, dude, the Jeep blew up.
No kidding.
Burns didn't have permission from them to use their game.
I have a great idea.
I remember we were sitting there one day and we were watching the hit counter, and we saw a Microsoft address go by who had watched the video. We thought, oh, that's weird. Then we saw like 5 addresses go by from Microsoft. I thought, well, that's weird. Then we saw like 30.
I remember when we started shooting the link around going, you've got to watch this. And then the question came up from kind of legal eagles, is this authorized use? Should we get some participation if there's any money involved?
Pretty quickly after that, we got a call from Bungie, and it was one of their lead producers for Halo and Halo 2, and he said, we really like what you guys are doing, and we just want to make sure that you do it right so that you can keep doing it.
In the case of Red vs. Blue, the Bungie team was aware of what was being done, loved it, frankly, and the decision was made very consciously that regardless of what legal principles may or may not be pursuable, in fact, it was good for Halo that this was happening. The work was, in its own strange way, respectful of Halo, even though it was there was a parody aspect to it.
It's good to be back here. It's been a long time. Who am I kidding? Even 1,000 years doesn't make this dirt hole any more appealing.
And that's one of the cool things about the video game sci-fi fan culture is if people like something, I mean, they go full tilt to support it.
I play Halo 2. I play Halo 2 nonstop. It's phenomenal.
Halo 2 broke records, with sales of $125 million in just 24 hours of its release in 2004.
Yeah, great, man. Halo 2, about time.
And Red vs. Blue became one of the most successful examples of user-generated game content. Now Hollywood was finally taking Burns and machinima seriously.
It was interesting. But when I made my film in college, I was like writing to all these film festivals and trying to get in and spend a year doing that. And with the popularity of Red vs. Blue, it's been kind of a flip where we've been able to go to film festivals and we get asked to come and talk about machinima in general. We had no idea when we started all this that, you know, we'd be kind of like at the forefront of a whole genre of filmmaking.
Releasing assets and allowing people to create their own previews for movies. And I think that's the wave of the future, and games have simply been willing to embrace that sooner than most other media companies. At a time that the recording industry is suing its consumers, the game industry is empowering those consumers to build and share content with each other.
Today, there's no way to stop the user-generated revolution.